bagging it. When I kill them, nigga, mad, I'm mad. Some nigga litty, bitch, all that singing. You challenge me, what the fuck is you?
I got a million flows, I go silly with those. I got a pocket rocket and a cocker chopper pop a nigga that really impose.
Shit I did a while ago. I'ma do it break shit I did a while ago. Throw your ass over cliff, baby, bitch, around them all. They ain't had one chance, now you see them dog.
Underrated, man. Tori can go in when the fuck he wants.
It just goes to show, man, I'd love for him to kind of approach an album with this type of energy again.
You're looking festive.
Man, it's nearly Christmas. Time to get festive up in this bitch.
Man, what do you think of
Celebrate Jesus. We're here to celebrate the, what happened to it, birth or crucifixion? I can't remember which one of Jesus Christ.
Christmas is the birth.
His birthday.
The crucifixion's Easter.
My bad.
Anyways,
We're Jungle Beats.
we're Jungle Beats.
Australia's plug to the you should not watch reviews in the country. I'm Alexander Sandalis, aka Poncho.
I'm Pinata.
We've got to review that.
We will. Yeah, it's going to be our first classic review. Stay tuned for that later on.
Stay tuned. And we're in here reacting to the Tory Lanez versus Joyner Lucas.
DISS.
Now,
It's all happened in the last 24 hours.
48.
I was wrong. 48.
But whatever. I watched a little Instagram live of them talking, and it seems very cordial. This doesn't seem personal. It just seems like
They're having fun?
they're having fun, and they're just battling, right? This is the sport of rap. And I like it. It doesn't seem like no Drake, Meek Mill, or Pusha T.
Where he's targeting like his children and
Right.
his family and his friends.
This seems more like, oh, let me one-up you. So I'm looking forward to hearing them compete.
But who do you think is going to come out on top? Because most people would think Joyner.
Yes, but
But I think Tori's underrated for
Right.
his wordplay.
yeah, so I feel like he might surprise some people, like you said.
Yeah, I really think Tori will surprise. I still think Joyner will come out on top because his wordplay is crazy and his flow. I think in terms of flowing with wordplay, he's much better than Tori. But I don't know. Tori can surprise.
We're going to go Lucky You by Tori. Then we're going to go Liddy Freestyle by
Yeah.
Joyner. Then we're going to go The Liddy Again
Yeah.
Freestyle, Tori. And then finish off with the ZZ.
Alrighty, and we'll pull up the lyrics, of course, for these so we can catch what bars they've thrown at each other.
Let's go.
Flows, I can go silly with those. I got a pocket, I got a million flows. I can go silly with those. I got a pocket rocket down a cocker chop and pop a nigga that really impose. Niggas is with me as villains and hoodies and lost, so they good and they feelings on road with those. Neck rocky as a blizzard, the nigga flex got big and my wrist is so chilly and froze. Really I'm colder than ever, my niggas going for whatever. Niggas gripped up, fifth tucked in the snowstorm of the weather. I'm on the levee, can see the charm on already. We go to jail, this shit'll be fine with me and with friends, cause all of our men's gone already. Nigga, hold you 3 in a week. I got a G to receipt. Look at the double, I'm stitching this guy in the Bentley B in the seat. I got my D in the free. I got a B in repeat. She wanna eat every morning. I treat her.
Damn.
Money coming in and coming out. Paper cutting money, giving niggas. I'm a thumbing out, trying not to run about it. In a fist fight with a knife, nigga. Brought a gun about it. Don't you run about it, little nigga. Hit him with a mini bag. Is he really that bad that I gotta hit him with a mini bag? Riddle me that.
What?
What's happened?
What's happening?
What happens? That's weird.
Mag, is he really that bad that I gotta hit him with a bigger gap? Matter of fact, riddle me that. Literally at the spot that he said to me at. But where's he at? Like, really, nigga, is you really telling me that? Like,
What
why
the
you
fuck?
really telling me that? Like, what you call it? I would never-
Tori hasn't sounded this good in years.
I got the remedy, I got the shooters with me, and identity. Fuck you sending me, I got a stack on me long as a ruler instead of me. I got a Genevieve. How did you niggas never go testing me? I suggest you niggas never go testing me.
What the fuck? Tori sound like, he said who next, who next. He sounds like he's ready to throw down at everyone.
Right. He's feeling good about himself.
He's feeling real good. I'll be honest though, like he was rapping too fast for me to keep up with what the fuck he was saying, man.
But that's the thing, right? He took Joyner's flow.
He did.
He took his beat, and he did kind of the same thing Joyner's known for doing.
Was Lucky You the track where I liked the verses but I didn't like the hook?
I can't remember.
You know, it was his latest single though. I'm pretty sure it's his latest single. I've got to be honest, I think Tori sounded better than Joyner.
But there was no hook. Straight bars.
Straight bars, man. And when he built that next layer up, I
Halfway
was
through.
like, ah! All right,
I feel like without even looking at the lyrics, that's such a nice subtle jab. It's like, hey Joyner, you think you can rap nice? I can rap nice on a flow like that too.
is that why he's dissing him? Like, do we know why Tori is dissing Joyner at all? Like, why did he decide to diss Joyner?
That's something I'd have to look back on. I'm pretty sure it just started pretty lighthearted. I think just one of them said something about it.
Yeah.
Like Tori said something Joyner says something.
Maybe Tori said, man, you're getting all these hits and then people saying you're the next Eminem. Maybe something like that. But it's like, dude, like, I can do what you're doing just as easy.
Just let us know how it started. It's not the biggest kind of thing.
Yeah. All right, let's pull up the lyrics.
Well,
Is he saying anything?
from what I heard, it's not as lyrically dense as like you would hear from a guy like Joyner. But it's his rhyme schemes were impressive.
Yeah.
And it's just about the superficiality, like, you know, just the way he starts the verse. I got a million flows. I go silly with those. I got a pocket rocket and a cocker chopper papa nigga that really impose. Like, just this.
I love that shit. It's fun.
So that's, I think, the highlight of this track. His wordplay.
It's still good wordplay, but it's not really like diss material.
Yeah, it didn't really get personal.
The diss is kind of him just being like, I can rap just as good as you.
I feel like that's
In the exact
saying
same
enough.
way as you. Yeah, that's kind of the concept here of this track, I think. But let's look at it. I'll let you just skim through.
Doesn't really acknowledge Joyner much. It's more about talking about the game of music and his place in it. And I just feel like the last thing he said, you know, how we can do it too. Like, you're not the only one who can rap fast. Kind of referencing to Joyner, like, we can do it.
I think maybe because Joyner's riding off the hype of doing the track with Eminem, and pretty much people are saying like, oh, he's the next big, fast, lyrical rapper, because in today's, like we were talking about before, in today's hip-hop scheme, most of the stuff's dumbed down. And the people that aren't dumbed down, there's only just these chosen few that people are looking towards. And Joyner's like the next chosen one people are saying. So maybe Tory's like, there's heaps of us out there, bro. Like, don't try and act like you're on your high horse, like you're better than everyone else. Like, I'm just as good as you. There are many others as good as you. I think that's the point of this track then.
Yeah.
Should we get to Joyner's one?
What's up with you R&B niggas trying to turn rappers and trappers?
How good is this beat though?
You should just stay in your lane, bro. You sound from rapper to rapper. Yeah. I'm looking down on you when you talk to me. You should grab you a ladder. You swung at me, only jabbed in my bladder. Watch you disappear like you abracadabra. And grab me a dagger. You got some hits, but you lacking the swagger. I'm still the shit, bitch, so that doesn't matter. Don't call me a kid, I'm your pappy and dada. You get splacking, and when I kill a nigga, matter, I'm matter. Some nigga litty, bitch, all that singing. You challenge me, what the fuck is you think? I swear you R&B rappers are strange. You okay, but you ain't nobody favorite. You alright, but you ain't nobody major. 5'3", you ain't nobody dangerous. Maybe that weed you was smoking had you feeling confident. Let's have a real conversation. Maybe that doctor put something inside of your head when you got your new hairline replacement. Say my name up in the first place, Tori. You ain't fucking with me on my worst day, Tori. Wasn't better than me when I was in first grade. First grade, Tori, you done fucked up. Now you need first aid, Tori. I'm a leader of the new school with a screw loose. All you niggas Bluetooth with a fruit juice. Turn your Jimmy Choo shoes in a FUBU. Nigga, you do what you can, I do what I choose to. I get litty in this bitch for my city. Only few real niggas left, they ain't many. They can pay me the M, nigga pay you the Iggy. They can pay me the Mac, they can pay you the Clizzy. I'm Leonardo da Vinci, I paint a picture with color. I already got cake and I don't need a color. We already got Drake and we don't need another. I don't really got space, but I'ma eat your supper. You don't know I got a high flow. I'ma do a Travis shit I did a while ago. I'ma do a Drake shit I did a while ago. Throw your ass over cliff, baby, hit your Geronimo. Man, you had one chance, now you slumped off. And I'm Mad Max in the back of the black cat. The cat is back with a cap in your back, fat murder you when you whack. Little cat in a hat, that's the stab if you trap track. And I clap at you mad fast when you sing you ain't hot bad. But you rapping like grass cat. And I bet that you mad sad, cause you about to get laughed at and buried in trash bags. And like damn, I'm in there funny. Why all these songs gonna be sound like a rerun, nigga? I just want my motherfucking refund, nigga. Funny looking ass, go and eat something, nigga. I ain't never had to get my fucking teeth done, nigga. When I kill you, I ain't running to you, bleed something, nigga. Oh, you want beef? Let's make a record, nigga.
Son. We got the heat there. The lyrical content was
there.
So what was missing from Tori was the personal kind of stuff.
Like, I think Tori's, this was more like we've already mentioned, but here it's like Joyner's like, nah, man, I'm gonna make this shit personal.
But don't you love how they're using each other's beats and going at each other like that?
Yes, it's really cool.
There's a lot of lines in here, man. Let me give me your overall thoughts and feelings.
I like it because he's taking shots at him, but he's doing it in a very fun manner. But he's poking. It's kind of weird because like you hear a line you'll laugh about, but at the same time like, oh wait, that actually stings a bit more than it appears to begin with. His flow switches up so much. Joyner's voice is just, it's like a fucking drug. You just crave that shit once he just keeps rapping, man. Like this is definitely like Tori went the fuck in terms of flow and just sounding catchy as fuck, whereas Joyner's just that next level. Plus the extra wordplay on top. He fucking went in. I don't know if Tori can beat this.
Time to get litty, bitch. Fuck all that singing. So obviously, it's a very easy thing to go at Tori singing his melodies because that's what he's known for. But it's the less masculine, easier to kind of poke fun at. Leave all that lyrical shit up to me. I'm a savage that bang. Bring all your Prada suits back to Lee Chang. Lee Chang's a designer, I believe. Take all that autotune back to T-Pain. I swear you rap R&B rappers is strange. You okay, but ain't nobody favorite. That's real interesting, right? Because there's so many R&B singers like Tori, but when you talk about top 5, top 10 rappers, how often are they in there? Like this line, I'm the leader of the new school with the screw loose. All you niggas blue crews with the fruit juice. That's kind of me. Blue Clues, you remember that yeah, this one right here. Blue's Clues. It's an old children's television show.
Oh shit! No, I never watched Blue's Clues.
I did, and I enjoyed it, but it's a really kind of clever way to reference that you guys are children in this game. You guys are kids.
Ooh, yeah, that's right. It's really cool.
Like no one's taking you seriously. We already got Drake. We don't need another Tory. I'm gonna leave it there. There's a lot.
Geek ass nigga, dweeb ass nigga, never had a G-Pass nigga, about to ski mask his ass and eat fast nigga, put a heat fast and blast and leave that nigga with a seat back nigga. I'm a number one nigga in no time, nigga, like I was Joyner the Pope Ryan nigga, and I never couldn't get you to a million on the gram. Chris Brown tried nigga, failed both times, I till you pay you a million in a day. If you ask me, nigga, I'm a motherfucking cosign. I'ma hit a pussy ass nigga with a clothesline. I'ma have to catch a nigga slipping in my own time. I shoot flame on the private ass plane. So I kill this nigga 2 times, 24 hours, man, this shit been a repetitive day. Nigga tell me is it Joyner, Lucas, Joyner, I'm a nigga who destroy your coup, deploy your label, who's a lawyer, buy a contract from them, man, give me who employ your oops. About the niggas body bloody like a maxi, nigga, I text these niggas, get at these niggas, protect these niggas, the venomous, arrest me, nigga, I'm about to kill a man in a minute, and back these niggas, and black nigga. See, your daddy was a musician and never made it, cause when you was sad one nigga, oh yeah, it's steady, maybe you could have one nigga, hit me for a hooker, maybe get a plaque, young nigga, shot go out of money, no, I act my nigga, smart, every talking about you, I smack young nigga, Harvard niggas, be smart like a Harvard nigga, don't starve niggas. And you got a problem with us, but nigga, I know how to solve it, nigga. This is my son, I'ma tell him like Star Wars Lucas. I am your father, nigga. You perpetrate, I work for high, work, I'm flipping birds and eggs. Trying to be the 90s, baby, 30-something. Trying to chase it, trying to make it. Rocks designer, kind of face it, hates to face it. That he'll never be a nigga that be placed with A-list niggas, damn. Here's what he's thinking right now. Even if the lies is the shit he can see.
Because what Tori said was that they did an Instagram live, and then like originally they said, let's go over the same beat. Let's rap over the same beat and let the people decide who's better. So it's fair, right? So now he said we'll let the people decide who ain't fucking with who. Same exact beat, so it's fair. So that's what we're getting right now.
Let's get them lines up. I feel like I heard some good lines in there.
That's more personal stuff.
It got personal. He mentioned his father, which I'll let you touch up on that. I'm gonna let you. Underrated, man. Tori can go in when the fuck he wants.
It just goes to show, man. I'd love for him to kind of approach an album with this type of energy again.
Yes, because like the Chicks tapes, the New Torontos, that sort of stuff, like it's more, you get the autotune, you get the singing, you get that more pop appeal. It's like he's been trying so long to make it in the pop rap game when really he could just do this lane. Because he's way better in this lane in my opinion. Because everything he's been trying to do, Joyner was right. You ain't the next Drake. He's trying to be the next Drake. He is. He doesn't need to be the next Drake. He just needs to do this motherfucking shit right here because he sounds way more hungry.
That's what this is, dude. Eminem couldn't get you to 1 million on the gram. Chris Brown tried, nigga, failed both times. I done took your page to 1 million in a day. If you ask me, nigga, I'm a motherfucking co-sign. So that's interesting, just talking about...
That's good. Already with some good bars there.
Kind of popularity and how he boosted his clout. See, your daddy was a musician that never made it. Because when you was born, nigga, it was you or him. Shattered knowing he would never make it as an artist. And the odds of his life probably be 2 to 1. But I give it to him because he didn't run. I guess he figured, man, when you look at it in a nutshell, all I got is a failed music career. My revenge is giving that shit to my son.
Wow.
So...
That's pretty fucking harsh.
So Joyner's father taught Joyner how to structure music, write bars from an early age. But his father never became successful enough to live off his music.
So he's living through Tori. But he's saying that like because your father failed, I'm teaching you to do the exact same thing. Fail.
Joyner saying, and by 10 I had my first album that never came out. It was practice. I've been practicing till I was 21 to ready to show the world. Part of the reason to do this is to fill the void of everything he never accomplished. I did it for both of us. What really drives me and my family. So Tori went back. He's obviously kept up to date on Joyner's kind of life.
He's done his research. Overall, I think Tori came through with some more harder material, but I still think Joyner's was more enjoyable.
And I feel like Joyner's flow and energy delivered more for me.
And I feel like Joyner was more creative. Tory's got the harder lines in terms of like with this material, but the way that Joyner delivered his material, like you said, with like the blue clues, like he's more smart about it.
Yeah.
Like
Tory's more like superficial.
Tory's more like straight to the point, like how he's ending lines with like the M word most of the times, but still delivering the facts, whereas Joyner's delivering the facts, but with more creativity.
But I still really like both.
Oh yeah, dude.
It's not far off.
Oh yeah. Like this is still a really fucking good diss from Tori, and like I'm enjoying hearing him come this hard, but I still think Joyner's diss was better. What?
Pause.
Pause? Why?
Pause.
Pause? I don't get it, man.
Enlighten him. I wanted to get the... Tell him why I said pause.
Because he's fucking... So this is V.
Look at the cover. Look at this little gif. That's Tori there.
He's on an island,
Yeah. You niggas saying what a great battle. You gon' level up. When are you gon' grow another foot? When are you gon' show us that you number one? And everything that you accomplished in some years about to take me just a couple months. Don't you think I'm bluffing either? I thought you were tough and eager. How you almost sounded Justin Bieber? You look like a fucking beaver. 10 years in the game, but your ass still sitting on the fucking bleachers. Jordan Lucas, what the fucking niggas take me for? I pull up in a demon, but I kill Satan for. If you want attention, Tori, you know I had to pay me for. All these hoes love me, but you fucking niggas hate me for. You run up on me, catch you shot in your Mercedes. Little girls and kids only want to feel your shit. I skipped the plaques on my way to a Grammy. All your records off and sweet, niggas think that you candy. Your niggas really convinced you that you think you can scam me. And you got identity issues, niggas think you a tranny. Really? Tori, tell us why you always gotta lie around. The violence aside. Okay, let's talk about your plagiarism that you hate to mention. Let's talk about the hate you give to the great you dissing. And that writer who wrote your shit still ain't got paid on that Don't Die record. You should probably go pay the nigga. How the fuck you talk about Kendrick when he a legend? You gon' write the nigga style on your record right at the ending. On 4 a.m. flex, 2 minutes and 50 seconds sound exactly like the art of peer pressure. Go take a listen. You inspired by the niggas you name drop. Catch for my son, it's the last time I give you a ring pop. Sit down, you on punishment. Don't get up until you see me. Don't even think about touching that TV. No more video games, no more phone, no more 3D, no more radio or boombox for your weak ass CD. Matter of fact, give me your change back. And everything I bought you, you were a disgrace to this family and everything I taught you. I hate to say it, son, but you made me sick. Shoulda knew you weren't the shit when you came out with a baby dick. It's no wonder why you pay for pussy, Tori. You think you slick. All you do is lounge around the house all day like a lazy prick. Shit, I'm highly disappointed in you, son. I need some answers. I'm level, I'm hard as metal, I'm on the ghetto, I'm brother shovel, I'm very young, you little ninja turtles. You gotta tell her, you fucking jello, you must be going off that umbrella. What's hard to tell her? You fucking cringe, you fucking midget. I call you Willow, I call you Willow.
I just want to point out one thing. You notice in the second last verse of the track, Joyner was talking to Tori
as his father.
Like he's a kid.
Yeah.
Right? I think that's a really like disrespectful, clever way to go about it.
It is.
If you go back to the last track,
he mentioned his dad.
He did, but not only that. In the verse beforehand, Tori was kind of storytelling from Joyner's perspective. I don't know if you recall, but he was saying like talking from Joyner's perspective, like and disrespecting him by going from his point of view. And so I think it's a clever flip.
Where he's going from his father's point of view. He's like, you're saying this, but this is really how it is.
So I just wanted to point that out. How are you feeling?
So I just forgot to mention before also in the last Joyner track, or Tori track as well, Tori mentioned a lot about how Joyner's lines were weak and how like he kept mentioning about how no one gives a fuck about your lines or verses. But I feel like that was a weird way to go about the diss, because obviously it's how you meant to diss people, but Joyner obviously had good lines and obviously had a good way to go about it. So I think that Tori didn't have to mention that because it was clear that it was good. But here, I'm not a big fan of the beat, but obviously that's not what disses are for. I thought Joyner's creativity with his flow in here wasn't as good as his last diss, except for the end when he switched up, obviously. But I thought that this was definitely more Joyner delivering lines than his flow on here. Like
right.
he wanted people to hear what he was saying.
I think that's why he picked the beat.
Yeah, I think that's why he picked the beat, a bit more minimalistic with a trap ballad to it, and why he went across it with a really simple flow. He wants people to really hear what he's saying here. But it's probably the only track that I've heard that I wouldn't really go back to, because I didn't really enjoy it. But let's get to the lines.
This is more of a response.
Yeah.
So 10 years in the game, but your ass still sitting on the fucking bleachers. That's obviously a line like that. When you hear that, it's like, it's kind of true, right?
It is. It's true. Tori's been doing this for so long. I started listening to him back in
nearly 10 years, probably.
Yeah, nearly 10 years. Probably 8 years, I'd say. 8, 9 years. So it's true. He's like, it's right. He keeps trying to make it. He's had elements of greatness, like with the Meek Mill he's had elements, and he's always just failed to make it because, as I keep saying, like other people have been doing it and doing it better. He hasn't really found his own style, in my opinion.
And I feel like that's a clever line because when you're battling someone in competition, you want to get in their head and work on their insecurities, and I think that's one way to do it. Heard your grandma kicked you out the house screaming, Tori, we don't fucking need you. Personal line, don't know how much truth there is to that. Your real name is Daystar, which is actually, I think it's true, Daystar.
Daystar.
Yeah, Daystar Peterson is his name. And just think about that line. Your real name is Daystar. You've been dying to shine.
Oh,
Daystar.
yeah.
That's such a little clever play.
Man, that's a really clever line.
Here
we are.
For me, it's like, does anyone come out on top? I just enjoyed the ride. I feel like this is just sport.
Yeah. I think if I had to pick an overall favourite of them, probably definitely Joyner's Liddy. I thought that was the most enjoyable of them all, but needless to say, Tories were both really enjoyable. And I don't know, I feel like that Joyner track right there wasn't as... he hit good lines, but he didn't hit them as creative as he did before. And I feel like Tori probably had the better diss. Like before, like if it's going in order, like I feel like that if Tori doesn't need to reply to this one, in my opinion, because his kind of hit a bit harder with his lines. That's just how I feel. But I still think that Joyner's saying this is more enjoyable. This is just enjoyable disses to hear.
Absolutely. And I'm gonna leave it right there.
We'll leave it there. Yeah.
Big fans of both.
Yeah.
Regardless.
Leave your thoughts below on anything that we missed line-wise, and also your thoughts on who you think was better and why. And yeah, we're Jungle Beats. Thanks, y'all. We get on this shit.
Hit him with a mini bag.